You're watching TVC Breakfast. Industry estimates suggest that about 100,000 new houses are built each year in Nigeria. But because of the high cost of property development in Nigeria, many people consider ceiling finishing as an unnecessary expense when you can make do with a plain white ceiling board on your home.
This report looks at the different kinds of ceiling boards used in contemporary architectural structures.
Despite all the amazing steps we have taken forward in designing and decorating the rest of the house, a ceiling seems to be something that skips our mind rather easily. But a great ceiling design, whether it is in the living room or the dining area, the kitchen or the bedroom, can give a room a unique, inimitable and individual character that also leaves an indelible impression in the minds of those who step in.
You will definitely get to appreciate your work or your building after you have done the interiors. Interior is actually the final way of people expressing how they feel. You know, be it in the area of placement of sculptures, tables, chairs, and all whatnot, and also most especially your ceiling. POP ceiling, I will probably going to make some corrections here. You know, POP on its own is called plaster of Paris, you know, which we know as an orthopedic material. You know, when you go to hospitals, they use it to bind broken bones and all whatnot. Now, the ideal thing for one or people to use for their ceiling installations, plasterboard or drywall. America call it sheetrock. You know, drywall, gypsum board, they all made the same thing. They all came out from gypsum material. You know, that is the ideal thing for ceiling installations. And it's also used to partition homes because of the finishing that you get from it, because of the durability.
If we think of the ceilings in our homes, the first thing that comes to mind, white, bold, and boring. But modern client designs highlight any room and add a unique and individual character to the room.
There's no way you will lay blocks and everything will come out very straight. You always have some crooked, but if instead of let's say plastering and screeding, you can clad your walls using drywall, and it gives you that perfect hotel feeling, you know, kind of home. You know, you can make it sound insulation, you can make it soundproof. You know, you can make various things, various designs with it. You know, put up some lightning spots and points in it. You know, so it's breathtaking. You know, if properly installed, it's properly utilized.
The ceiling design is perfect for every room, and every home is different, and dependent on the space available and the walls and the overall style of the house. Modern design ceiling shouldn't contain any harsh elements and lush decorations.
Joining me now is CEO Creative Director Okentik Morenike Molei. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Now, there is this confusion between interior decoration and interior design. First of all, is there a difference?
Yes, there is. There's a difference. So for you to be an interior designer, you have to be certified. So it means that you have to go through training, like a training school, and then you get the certification. But for an interior decorator, you necessarily don't have to have any certification. And then for designing, you know, you do lots of technical works, you know, breaking down walls, redesigning a space and all of that, like, you know, plumbing works, electrical works. But for a decorator, you know, you just do like soft furnishings, you know, paintings, you know, furniture, you know, so yeah, so that's like the
So you don't need any, you just need to understand a space to know what to do. Is that what it takes to be an interior decor?
Yes, yes, yes.
Decorator. So break it down for us. What makes, when you see a space, what do you consider when you're decorating?
So when you're decorating, there's so many things that, so for decorating or for designing?
Decorating. For
decorating. So when you're decorating, most of the time, the space is already well laid out. So you just go into the space, you know, your window treatment, you know, the wall treatments, the flooring, and then you begin to work your way up to design or to decorate the space. So then, like I said, you know, for decoration, it's majorly about paintings, furniture, the curtains, you know, how you set the TV units and all of that, and just bringing everything, tying everything together. That's like the last stage.
How do you make it functional? Because that's the essence of bringing in a decorator now to decorate a space.
Yeah, so the decorator looks at the space, does a floor plan, you know, and then the floor plan tells you, you know, and makes the space functional. So, you know, when I do my floor plan, then I can say, okay, this furniture will sit properly here. Okay, this, you know, when I set this and that, there's, you know, proper workflow. I can walk around. Nothing is, you know, obstructing me and all of that. Yeah, so that's, so you do your floor plan and then, you know, you look at the space and then you walk your way through.
What do you consider color themes when decorating?
Oh, yeah, sure.
Tell us about that.
Sure. So, so color, so, you know, you have color in almost everything in the space. So the curtains have their colors, the sofa has their colors, the wall have their colors, even the floor, even the ceiling as well, they have their colors. So as a decorator, you need to be able to tie all these colors together so that it makes sense.
You mean it's so, for instance, I have an orange curtain, what do I consider?
So there are lots of things. Again, it depends on what your taste is. So yeah, it depends on what the
taste comes to play.
Exactly, exactly. So, you know, I might just want like neutrals, or okay, I just want the curtains to be orange, and then every other space will just be maybe white, for example. Another person might say, no, I want like lots of colors. So maybe I want, so I have an orange curtain, and then I want a black sofa, and then I want a green, I want green throw pillows, and then, or yellow.
How affordable are interior decorators?
So affordability is relative. So
how affordable are you?
So
then?
no. Well, let me answer your first question before we go to my question. So you're asking me about me. So I feel like not everyone. Almost, you know, everyone can. Let me rephrase that.
We have very short time.
Yeah, like, you know, we just have, you know, you have lots of interior decorators, and it depends on, you know, what your budget is. So we have decorators that can work with like your, you know, tight budget, and then you have decorators that can work
When you say tight budget, what are you looking at? Quickly.
So maybe like, you know, 500K up. It depends on the space.
500K?
So yeah, so, you know, that's why I say again, it's relative. So I might just decide to just do a small living room, you know. So am I considering furniture? Am I considering a green space? Great. So, you know.
Morenike Mole, thanks for your time on TVC Breakfast.
Thank you very much for having me.